Hi.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of From Code to Cure, Ainnocence webinar series exploring how AI is transforming the biotech landscape. Today, we will take a look at the business side, AI in biotech. Where's the money going and who's winning? I'm Roger Wang, and I'm here again with Dr. Pan, the founder and CEO of Ainnocence.
Good to be here. Money move fast in the space, like make sense of it.
So just a side note, this is a pre-recorded session, but we do love to hear from your thoughts, and you can drop us in the comments area. Whether you are in the industry, academia, or just curious, let us know what you thought. So let's get into it. Over the last few years, we have seen billions of dollars pour into the AI and biotech. Dr. Pan, can you give us a high-level overview about where those money actually going?
Yeah, so if you're talking about the cost part, and there's two part. One is the R&D actual development part, another is the business development part. And then for the investment on the development, of course, a lot of money goes to the AI infrastructures and also model building to support the biologic discovery. And I think most of that goes into the foundation model, which is the most computational consuming part of the AI model in the drug discovery landscape. And of course, a lot of also goes to the talents and also the application building. And on the biotech side, it is also still large, very large money goes to, of course, clinical trial studies, which is a majority. But for the preclinical stage, there's also significant investments in AI-enabled technology platform. And there's more and more biotech company adapt to AI technology. So there's definitely since the training of traditional biotech is transforming to an AI biotech in the early stage. So that's where like most of the money invested to. And of course, there's a lot of money spent on the business development, and you also see a lot of licensing deals between small biotech and larger pharma, which is also going on. And there's also a lot of platform partnership between AI companies and larger companies. So that's the general picture of this space.
That makes sense. Do you think the money is still flowing in the industry, or has the pace already slowed down after pandemic?
So after the COVID, there's a significant decline of the investment in the biotech space in the past couple of years, but it's picking up this year. And also on the other hand, for the AI industry, the funding is, I think, is constantly increasing in the past few years, and it's even getting really explode in the past year, I think 24 months. So I think definitely the trending is increasing. Yeah.
That's good to hear. So do you think the investors they care more about the platform scalability or the pipeline assets when they are making the choice of whether to invest or not?
Yeah, that's a good question. That's really depends on what type of investor. I think for most of the AI investor, they would definitely care about the platform scalability. But for the biotech investor, the pipeline assets is everything. They can only give like valuation to a company that owns the assets. So yeah, so that's the case. Yeah.
Got it. So we are talking about both AI companies and also the more traditional biology companies. So in this case, who's actually winning in this AI in biotech battle? What type of companies are actually getting the tractions? Can you give us a high-level overview?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, I think still from if you see from the cash flow side, I think the AI-enabled biotech company with assets is still gaining the most traction because they constantly be able to license out their assets and get really huge income. On the other hand, the platform company are in the stage of mostly burning investment on creating its proprietary data set or proprietary technology and mostly in the early stage. So you can't really see how they generate revenue yet. But I would say it's like probably the platform company has a more long-term future value, but the assets company has more near-term traction. Yeah.
Got it. I do have another question, which is, do you think there is a clear pattern in what separates success from noise in the AI in biotech?
Yeah, I think a lot of like AI companies that claim that has been able to solve problems in biotechnology field are not actually validated like completely. So I think the key patterns that separates the success from noise is if that AI technology is being wet lab validated. And then that's from the technology perspective. And another thing is if a company be able to really create assets from that AI platform and be able to commercialize those assets is like a business success. That's also a key like signal.
That makes sense. I think we keep talking about the AI companies, the biotech companies. Where does pharmaceutical companies stand in this battle? Who's leading the charge on the adoption side over there?
Yeah, so good question. Actually, I think almost all the about large pharma companies already established their AI initiative, have their AI division, and they're starting to apply AI in early discovery and also clinical study. So I think the pharma are all in this game. They also partner with different AI platform companies or deeply work with AI biotechs, promising assets, and all that, be able to also get in ahead of the game.
Got it. All right. So let's pivot the topic a little bit. So we have seen the hype cycles played out during the past few years, such as the metaverse that Facebook created. So what are the biggest risks for investors or founders in this space? Because we know Facebook spends a lot of money on the metaverse, but in returns, it's nothing. So what do you think are the risks that we have in this industry or in this AI in biotech?
Yeah, good question. I think there's definitely a lot of hype and overpromise in this industry, especially drug discovery is such a multi-parameter and very long process that integrate many different knowledge and different expertise and processes that's not a single AI technology could claim that they can solve all. So I think a lot of AI companies are only master like one particular technology in this long chain of process and then overclaim they could actually solve every problems in the drug discovery process, which is false and creates a lot of hypes. So I think it's like the biggest risk for founder investors kind of didn't realize what specific technology could work for what specific steps of drug discovery and be able to align the value of that very steps in the whole value chain to make a fair valuation on what they are, invest or they're working on.
That makes sense. So do you agree with the statement that there are companies securing fundings based more on the hype instead of the real substance?
I think probably most of companies are that way. Because I think, especially in the early wave, most of the companies only mastered, let's say, probably 10 to 20% of the part of the objectives that the drug discovery in industry supposed to meet with particular set of AI tools. But they all claim they could actually permanently solve the problem of the drug discovery or even be able to find cures for the disease. But It's a good vision, but I just think like it's not there yet at the time they were raising the money for sure. But I think it's like eventually I think companies are working towards the clinical success and also a full validation of their platform, which is I think is also the big trend of the industry is towards the good ends anyway.
That makes sense. All right. So next question. So how are the regulators responding to this wave of AI-driven drug development? As we all know, this pharmaceutical industry is like highly regulated. So what are their response? Are they for it or are they against it?
Yeah, I think the regulatory agents such as FDA, they're actively adopting the technology and try to set up new standards involve AI. For example, recently they are discussing to eliminate animal study for antibody discovery projects that could lead into a human trial faster because they observe that the involvement of AI technology is leading a success of a lot of assets even without study involved. So I think there's that trend, and definitely there's a lot of new modalities in the gene therapies and all that, which animal study might not even help that much. So I think the regulatory agency are actively setting up new standard, but also at the same time they're starting to use AI to do their review work as well. So they are also fully adapt AI technology to make their work more efficient. Yeah.
Makes sense. All right. So it's time to bring it back to Ainnocence. How do you position your company, Ainnocence, in this fast-moving market?
Yeah, we're focused on the molecule design, the early drug discovery process. So we are a early drug discovery AI platform company that trying to design the best molecule that we can using our AI capability. And also we're trying to cover most of the modalities of different drug discovery project using a uniformed platform base. And also we constantly validate those tools and improve the algorithm and data and try to make it more reliable on tangles. Yeah.
Makes sense. As you mentioned before, you think the investment environment is getting better and better this year since last year. Are you seeing more interest from the investors, pharmaceutical companies, or both?
Yeah, I think both. There's more attractions definitely in the capital market and also in the pharma company. Yeah, for the clients of the small biotech and AI companies. Yeah.
Got it. So, what does winning look like for Innocence over the next 12 to 24 months? Where do you see the near future to be?
Yeah, we try to make more income from our service and partnership project and at the same time be able to have our own assets and be able to license them out.
Okay. All right. So, looking ahead, what should investors or biotech leaders be watching in the next year?
Yeah, I think there's probably two milestones that would happen in next couple of years that will be more and more AI design molecule from different biotech company or pharma are going to clinical trial, and maybe some of them would go to phase 3. And also there's a lot of new life science discoveries based on AI technologies coming out, which could, there probably would be a lot more completely new theories and technology platforms that is AI driven appears in the markets. Yeah, which
That's
is
exciting.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In this area, there are so many companies doing the similar things, AI in biotech. Do you think we will see more consolidation in the future, like merger and acquisition, or do you think they will just stay fragmented?
I think there's would be consolidation, and yeah, I think there's gonna be a lot of merger and acquisition. But at the same time, there's still gonna be more and more AI companies that emerged because the starting capitals for AI companies really low these days. But biotech, of course, is still very capital dependent.
Got
Yeah.
it. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. All right, so I guess this is AI in biotech, and it is no longer in the future. It is here already. So the real question is, who's turning the science into the strategy, right?
Yeah, it's about building what lasts, not just what sounds impressive. So I think AI in biotech, the companies should be built lasting technology, constantly evolving technology, and with very stable performance, and also provide constant values to the real assets development process and really could generate assets that can go to clinical and even in the market and to the patients. So that's the long-term value we're looking for.
Yeah, sounds good. I can't agree more. But that's it for today's episode. Thank you everyone for watching from Code to Cure. If you got any thoughts on where the industry is heading, drop your comments in the comment area and let's keep the conversation going.
All right, thank
Thank
you.
you.